So you want me to show you? Okay, so yeah, I misread it. I'll go over it for you. So the green tree is the most important one. You want to focus this one first. And you want to get all the way to the bottom to get Stalker, where Flak and Flak's pet gain increased damage when Flak activates an action skill. So if I'm full health when I do that, it doubles the damage. It gives you 25% extra damage whenever I activate a skill, like whenever I target an enemy with the pet, it adds damage. If I'm at full health, it adds 50% damage instead of 25. That's why you want to focus the green one first. The green skill tree also gives you fade away for your main action skill, which is what makes you go invisible. You get 3 shots that while you're in fade away that deal massively increased critical damage. This tree also gives you hunter skill. When shooting an enemy, you gain furious attack. That adds gun damage, handling, pet damage. We got attack cooldown. I have that maxed out. So attack command, pet does 30% more damage, and cooldown is 30% less. This here, maximum health for me is increased, and I constantly regen health. Let's see, what else do we have? Whenever I kill an enemy, it reduces action skill cooldown. I maxed this one out. In Fight for Your Life, your pet can revive you. That's this perk right here, the one that lets your pet revive you. It's called Lick the Wounds. Next to it is Turn Tail and Run. Flak constantly regenerates health while moving. That's why when I'm hurting and burning or suffering from an element, I'm constantly running around, because it kind of will fight the health bar going all the way down and keep me alive. Not all the time, but it works quite a bit. This one here, when an enemy has no target or is attacking a different target, Flak deals increased damage. So when I go into fadeaway and pick a target that's not looking at me, my damage is increased. I didn't max that out. You can put more points into it if you choose, but I put points elsewhere. This one here, all above half health, my gun damage and movement speed are increased, and pet gains damaged. I have that maxed out, and I believe an extra point comes from my class item. Right here we have Rage and Recover. Kill skill. After killing an enemy, Flak and Flak's pet regenerate health for a few seconds. So this is also part of keeping me and my pet healthy and alive. The next tree you want to focus on is the orange tree. Take all 5 of Interplanetary Stalker. This adds you gain a stack every time you kill an enemy, and for each stack you get 13% damage bonus, 5 for pet, 7.5 corrosive to robots, 15 to humans, and I can't read the rest of it because I can't figure out how to make it scroll down. This one here, scoring a critical hit, there's a chance to add ammo back to your magazine. All Jacob's guns, or most of them that I use, when you land critical hits or get kills with critical hits, you get ammo back, and this enhances that. I've tried both of those. I can't figure it out. It won't, like, it does. When I push up or down arrow, it switches the ability, and the mouse scroll does nothing. I don't know what the deal is with that. But either way, let's see. Whenever flak kills an enemy, they gain increased reload speed. The faster you can reload, the faster you're shooting again. In my opinion, that's as good as any damage perk you can get. Reloading is time down from putting out damage. So reload perks, in my opinion, are DPS or damage buffs. You're doing damage that much more, reloading less. Right here we have Ambush Predator. While there are no enemies nearby, flak's weapon handling and crit damage are increased. I put points into this because I spend a lot of time sniping from a distance and fade away. This one here, when I score a critical hit, there's a chance their action skill cooldown is reduced. So that's more of what I did from the previous page to reduce action skill cooldown. So you're constantly getting your action skill back. You sick your pet on somebody, you use your fade away, you hit headshots, you get your action skill back. You do it again, rinse and repeat. Hunter's Eye, this gains bonus when fighting different types of enemies. It just gives you bonus damage against all the various enemy types in the game. This one here, Two Fang, I have maxed out. It gives you 25% chance to shoot an extra projectile per shot. So you essentially double damage every time you shoot an extra shot. Big Game, flak's hunter skills become much more effective and have longer duration. So that's when I sick my pet on somebody or when I do fade away. My duration is longer and the effects are increased. Galactic Shadow, flak deals increased critical damage and enemies are less likely to attack them. So anytime you can get a perk that buffs your crit damage, that's important to this build because it's all about shooting them in the head. Grim Harvest, flak gains increased gun damage and action skill. Flak's pet gains increased damage. Max that out for gun damage, 15%, action skill damage plus 50, that's when I'm in fade away, and my pet's damage is up 35%. The last one in this tree is flak gains chance to score a critical hit with weapons against any part of the enemy. So body shots have a 20% chance to count as critical hits as well. Just that much more opportunity for critical hits. On the blue page, I put a few points into Persistent Hunter, increases flak's gun damage and action skill duration. So again, extending the time of fade away and the time that my pet will taunt or attack enemies. Go for the eyes. This is a critical hit. This actually is for the pet. Their first attack against any enemy automatically is a critical hit that deals with 15% bonus crit damage. Lastly, on the purple, I only have 2 points into agility training. Flak and their pet gain increased reload speed. Again, I consider reload speed a DPS or damage buff because the less time you're reloading, the more time you're shooting. It's simple as that. The faster you can fire bullets again. So that's the build. Your action skill comes from the green. This is the first tree you want to work on. Fade away is the skill you want to choose. You want to select Jabber as your pet, equipped in slot 1. And then you want to equip until you're dead. Well, this is actually slot 1. Jabber's your pet. So this is slot 1. Until you're dead, health regen and movement speed of fade away persists for a short time after the skill has ended. So you get 10 seconds of extra health regen and movement speed at the end of fade away. And then unblinking eye is equipped in the second slot. Successive hits on the same target increase Flak's critical damage per hit. Unblinking eye resets every 3 hits. So right there is extra 75% critical damage per hit, and that stacks and then resets every 3 hits. On purple, I only do 2 points in the upper right corner, agility training, and I only did those for the reload speed. That's not necessary. There's honestly, you could put points here for more damage when you're attacking someone that's not attacking you, basically. I think there's also this one here for weapon handling and critical damage are increased. I could have put the 2 points into that for more crit damage, but I felt like I was already doing enough crit damage as is, and that's why I put those last 2 into reload speed. But that's totally up to you. You could put all 5 into ambush predator and max out your handling and critical damage that way, and forget about the purple altogether. That's preference. It's up to you. And I'm pretty sure I followed somebody else's build for the base of it, for like the green and a lot of the red, but I tweaked it a little bit to suit my own playstyle. And I lean heavy on Jacob's weapons. I always look for things that have crit bonus on the weapon itself. Like this one has 21% crit, this one has 33% crit. Speed loading Hellwalker is just an insane shoddy. This teething stack bot makes a big difference too. This comes from the first DLC, the Handsome Jackpot. It's the final boss, Pretty Boy. He drops this as a dedicated drop. It's the best way to farm it. And I farmed it until I got one with Jacob's crit damage, 64% bonus. And that's basically one of the most important parts of this when you're using Jacob's weapons. I also have a doll stack bot that gives 64% doll weapon crit as well as 44% SMG damage, and it turns chaos into just melt machines. Like, it is you just watch health bars get depleted when you put that on. Chaosin's strong enough on its own. I love this gun. This is a Mayhem 6 and up exclusive to Captain Trant on Athenas, where you get Chaosin. But the two characters I play in this game are Mose and Flak, and they both benefit well from Chaosin. This gun is amazing. It doesn't even need perks to go with it. The gun just... it's one of the best SMGs, in my opinion. But yeah, that's the build.